Good morning again, everyone. Tina Spalding here, Trance Channel, to do our daily Course in Miracles lesson together with Jesus, giving his commentary after I have read the lesson from the book. You should all have your books by now, hopefully. And if you haven't, time to buy one or borrow one. It's good to have it on hand at all times. Lesson 26. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. It is surely obvious that if you can be attacked, you are not invulnerable. You see attack as a real threat. That is because you believe that you can really attack, and what would have effects through you must also have effects on you. It is this law that will ultimately save you, but you are misusing it now. You must therefore learn how it can be used for your own best interests rather than against them. Because your attack thoughts will be projected, you will fear attack. And if you fear attack, you must believe that you are not invulnerable. Attack thoughts therefore make you vulnerable in your own mind, which is where the attack thoughts are. Attack thoughts and invulnerability cannot be accepted together. They contradict each other. The idea for today introduces the thought that you always attack yourself first. If attack thoughts must entail the belief that you are vulnerable, their effect is to weaken you in your own eyes. Thus they have attacked your perception of yourself. And because you believe in them, you can no longer believe in yourself. A false image of yourself has to come to take the place of what you are. Practice with today's idea will help you to understand that vulnerability or invulnerability is the result of your own thoughts. Nothing except your thoughts can attack you. Nothing except your thoughts can make you think you are vulnerable. And nothing except your thoughts can prove to you this is not so. 6 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. A full 2 minutes should be attempted for each of them, although the time may be reduced to a minute if the discomfort is too great. Do not reduce it further. The practice period should begin with repeating the idea for today, then closing your eyes and reviewing the unresolved questions whose outcomes are causing you concern. The concern may take the form of depression, worry, anger, a sense of imposition, fear, foreboding, or preoccupation. Any problem as yet unsettled that tends to recur in your thoughts during the day is a suitable subject. You will not be able to use very many for any one practice period, because a longer time than usual should be spent with each one. Today's idea should be applied as follows. First, name the situation. I am concerned about blank. Then go over every possible outcome that has occurred to you in that connection and which has caused you concern, referring to each one quite specifically, saying, I am afraid blank will happen. If you are doing the exercise properly, you should have some 5 or 6 distressing possibilities available for each situation you use, and quite possibly more. It is much more helpful to cover a few situations thoroughly than to touch on a large number. As the list of anticipated outcomes for each situation continues, you will probably find some of them, especially those that occur to you toward the end, less acceptable to you. Try, however, to treat them all alike, to whatever extent you can. After you have named each outcome of which you are afraid, tell yourself, that thought is an attack upon myself. Conclude each practice period by repeating today's idea to yourself once more, which is, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. So, for example, I am concerned about losing my job. I am afraid that homelessness will happen. That's the kind of idea that you're going to talk to yourself about. I am concerned about being overweight. I am afraid a heart attack will happen. those are the kinds of ideas that you want to entertain. I mention that because some people have said, could you please give us a demonstration? So there you go. Lesson 26, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Let's see what Jesus has to say about this. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we are once again pleased that you are disciplined enough to join us today in this coming together. There are many, many thousands of people doing these lessons with us each day, and we want you to envision this beautiful community that you are a part of. Many of you feel alone, many of you feel abandoned, many of you feel isolated. But we want you to look at those numbers when you click on this video and see that 17 or 1,800 people have done the very same lesson that you have done. What a wonderful joy that is to see. We want you to really feel into that communion, that community. This is a global community that you are a part of. And just as fear is broadcast throughout your mass media systems, so here we are all together broadcasting love, doing the disciplined work of mind training that will get all of you to step back from your attack thoughts about yourself or about another, knowing that these have to be reflected back to you in fear, and that this is an act of free will. You are choosing to refuse to attack another or yourself, knowing that there must be a projection of that attack and you will feel it. It is important that you understand that you are only attacking yourself, for your mind is permeating the entire world in which you live. And when you attack it, you attack yourself, not figuratively speaking, but literally speaking. The parts of your consciousness that you have projected out are you, even though they seem to be outside of you. They are the parts of your mind that you put away from you so that you can maintain a semblance of tentative peace, although we will say it's more of a ceasefire than true peace. True peace means that you know that you're invulnerable, you are an eternal spiritual being, you were before this body was born, and you will be after this body seems to pass away. For the body does not die. It was never alive. We want to clarify that. The body is a corpse, animated by your spirit, and your spirit was before, and it will be now, and it is in the future, always the same. It is of God and therefore unchangeable. The body is animated by you so that you may have an experience here, letting go of aspects of your mind that do not serve you. That is its only purpose, to communicate love and to allow you to travel through your experiences, learning what is unloving and letting it go. Once that body has done its purpose, allowing you to gather that experience, you will no longer need it. This is not something to fear, but this is your coming home. You are changeless, you are eternal, and you are at one with God in truth. You are not separated. This separation is an illusion, but it is powered by your belief in it. And that is what we are undoing now. We are undoing your belief in attack, which demonstrates your belief in separation. And so this is a powerful, powerful exercise for you to contemplate. And we ask you to do your best to practice as often as is asked. We know that your worlds are busy and that you need to have some reminders. Eventually you will not need to be reminded. You will find that these lessons permeate your mind. You will train your mind into alignment with these beautiful, beautiful principles and ideas. And those tormenting terrors that cause you anxiety and fear and regret, shame and guilt will disappear from your mind. We promise you that if you follow this, what is in fact a scientific program, if you follow this program as stated and do the lessons as written, you will find peace. And that is what you are all seeking when you go shopping or when you're drinking or when you're watching television. You are seeking respite from your suffering mind. This way will do it permanently and lovingly. And when you come to that point of peace, you will know that you now have the most beautiful gift to give to others. You can tell them how you found peace. That is all this being did. She found peace of mind that she had never experienced before. And so she became willing to share that most beautiful gift with all of you. And you all will, when you have completed these lessons, realize how you cause your own suffering through attacking others, through attacking yourself in your mind, verbally, and in action. And you will realize that that is a choice. You do not need to suffer. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And once again, we are glad you joined us today. We will see you again tomorrow. Thank you, global community. I'll see you tomorrow.